Good evening. It's me, Angie from Learn Love Tarot. I hope you are fabulously well today. So, if you have not had a chance yet, on my community page are today's downloads and notes. I also have the pictures of our full moon in Aries to our new moon in Scorpio coming up on the 1st, next Thursday. And that way you can get a glimpse of the energies of the next couple week and a half or so. And also, I have a picture of the four cards that I pulled from the Pocket Archetype deck. The only one we've pulled here on the channel so far together is the Bridge. So they're all new to me, just like they are to you. Hello, hello, welcome. Hi there. Come on in. Oh my gosh, Miss Peggy. So that animal that I pulled for you on Monday on the live on the spiritual view, that is a really rare animal. And just randomly in my scroll today was a picture of one that somebody found. I'll have to remember at the end to look that up for you because I was remembering that there was some kind of lucky energy. So it's like a lucky find to even ever physically see one of those animals. And it's called something strange. It looks like an armadillo, but it's not. But they are unfortunately highly valuable. So they hide underground. I know, never seen that before. I've never even seen a real one. And that came out, I think, underneath the Ace of Swords for you on that Monday reading. Wild, right? So, hello, welcome, good evening. Thank you guys so much for being here. The description box is holding the link. If you are wanting to grab a pen and test out your own intuition to see how these energies might play into the disseminating moon energy from Monday and the weekend, and then today with the cardinal moon, because Cancer is a cardinal sign. Sunday's reading was all about that cardinal grand cross. There's an awful lot. Well, I'll let you see for yourself. I won't do the spoiler alert, but lots of downloads today. It was a little bit all over the place, but it's a lot about using your blueprint. What blueprints are we creating with our thoughts? Because it's a high energy time of manifestation. Of course, we got this Pluto lesson culminating for us as well. Our thoughts become things very quickly. And strangely, when I was getting ready to write down from yesterday's notes what I wrote for today, which was about taking steps, like a get her done kind of energy with the trine of Saturn and Mercury, two signs that are both in water. And then I saw steps. It's like one step at a time. First, we got to clean up our thoughts because our thoughts then become words, and our words and thoughts become things. And as I was getting ready to write down that to remind myself so I wouldn't forget, I heard, I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. And I had to text my mom. I'm like, what? Who was that? I remembered it was a cartoon. And she told me, I think I forgot already. It was from I Am What I Am, Popeye. Who's the guy that always is eating the hamburger? For whatever reason that came up. But then I also remembered something she used to say is, don't write a check with your mouth that your ass can't cash. Let me try that again. Don't write checks with your mouth that your ass can't cash. Yay, we got a party going on up in here. Nice. You're trying to manifest you a hot looking man. We'll put one on order for me too. I love it. So I thought that that was funny because I'm like, what in the heck does that have to do with anything? And then I'm like, oh, back to the manifestation energy of being careful with our thoughts, thinking about the things that we do want rather than the things that we do not want or that we're unhappy with, because then our frequency of our own vibration is going to pull in that energy. Hi, welcome in. Thank you so much. So I thought that was kind of hilarious. So I hope you got a kick out of that as well. And then a song I've never gotten Anne Murray. I mean, I remember hearing it when I was little. It was the You Needed Me song by Anne Murray, 1978. It was released as a number one single. The B side was I Still Wish the Very Best for You. So that got me into jotting about who in our lives have been instrumental and kind of given us that little going this way, and maybe communication and reaching out and just thanking him out of the blue, send him a little thank you note. That gratitude energy is a vibrational increase. Okay, the universe loves love. It wants to feel your feels. So when you're feeling good, we've all had those people in our lives that have we think about it and look back, and maybe it was somebody that was a little tough on us and gave us some tough love. Whoever that is, whether they're still here on the earthly plane or in spirit, keep them in your prayers tonight, and just be specific and thank you and hold and feel that gratitude in your heart. That is going to increase our frequency. So you're the Family Guy episode with the gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today, or ask your mouth writing checks you're asking. Well, speaking of that, we do have a master architect energy today with our date, October 22nd. However, whenever you see this message, of course, you know that there's something in here for you, and it may be that you are passing some of the messages to others. I surely hope so. Thank you all so much for liking and subscribing. If you're here, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, and also sharing the videos helps it get out into the algorithms. So we have today's date adding up to a 40. 4 plus 0 is the emperor energy of that Aries Mars. And I also drew a stick figure holding a balloon. It started as a happy birthday, but there's some kind of air energy connecting to fire. It was like an air fire energy there as far as communication. That could be something passionate as well, or just excited. Okay. The sister energy to the emperor, of course, would be death and transformation. So, what we can start with transforming in those steps 1, 2, 3. At 2:34 this morning, we had Mercury trining or flowing with the energy of Saturn retrograde, Daddy Saddy, implementing those internal lessons. So, without further ado, the disseminating moon energy came up as life force energy, and that's the two dolphins that are back from the last part of our moon cycle where we went from down to up. We are coming down the lunar coaster, and that's our energy of surrender. And she has her hands up. She's saying we. So I love that. It's the card number 34, which is a 7 crossed by the throat chakra energy of express your truth. And we've also got the Merkaba here of the Soul Chariot. And then for our first card out today, again, these are new to me as well. I'll let you go ahead and focus on that for a second, and just what is the first thing that you see there. And that's the way it came out. So I'll turn it the other direction here so you can see that. And let me make sure I'm holding it correctly. Yeah. Okay, it is called The River, and just type into the chat there what's the very first thing that comes to your mind's eye. I'm getting a little bit of tie-dye energy there. And of course, the river, all the water energy. Happy birthday to all my Scorpios. I got my moon in Scorpio. I'm also seeing a diamond, and that horse is at a trot. The continent Africa. Okay. And then also on top of that, the rainbow energy is really reflecting in this beautiful life force energy card. I mean, that is amazingly beautiful. I think. So I just wanted to tap into just the basics of that. So that life force energy is energy, mana, Ana, the rainbow. I think a couple of you guys said rainbow, bright white light, Reiki, celebrating life, God force, optimal health, being vibrantly alive, thriving nature, conscious consumption, the body as a temple. Yes, you is. And bringing earth into balance, the love of the land, and cell rejuvenation. Okay, raising our vibrational frequency through the things that we think and the words that we speak. This is a time for celebration. So let's kind of see here. That's a 34, and oddly or not oddly enough, that's a 34 card. So we've got the 34. It did come out on the side. The two top cards, the bridge and the river, both containing water. And there's that energy there. If you missed when we did our last little intuitive practice. So whatever you see there first, go ahead and tap that, type that in. And in addition, let's see, that is our 35, 36, 37, 38 energy. We have crossing energies in the environment. This one is called the Judge. It is the number 14 card. First thing you see there, the Judge energy. So that's given me some Libra vibes, the Swords energy of communication. There's a skull here, and it's like this dualistic energy. There's one hand going like this and one hand going like that. Maybe you saw the yellow first, which would be about joy. And I'm seeing this river energy, the yellows here, the solar plexus, Archangel Shamuel. And finally, we've got this one did come out in reverse and the environmental energy. Underneath the bridge, we have the ocean. First thing you see there, gobstopper. I just got gobstopper. Acai berries, which makes me think of acai vodka, if I am being honest, because it's delicious, especially with Minute Maid Light Lemonade, which is only 5 calories a can. Throw that in with a big old glass of ice, some frozen blueberries, and a sugar rim. Oh, my Lanta, it's delicious. I'm just saying. So there's again this yin and yang that we're seeing with the dolphins of the life force energy, the yin and yang of life and death, and in this throat chakra. So energy here, we do have that butterfly of transformation, which is Scorpio energy, the planet Pluto, and Merkaba of the star of the soul chariot. The seven and the soul chariot is all about Cancer energy. So more water. We are in a Cancer moon today. And then this is a 35 card, which happens or doesn't happen. I don't believe in coincidences. This is our last card at the new moon in Scorpio. So have a look at that lumen essence. And I did post a copy of these again on the community page. You'll want to refer back to them because this is what I'll be using up to that new moon. Okay. In addition, for today, we have communication co-creation, which was literally on the split before I even pulled the cards on Monday for us. This is about telepathy, co-creating with spirit here, and that was crossed by the soul star chakra, merging with the divine. And that is a 10 card. We had a couple Wheel of Fortunes come out Monday as well. There's 10s book ending and 11 of our ancient future. And I'm just noticing 10, 11, 10, 11. There's a pattern there. In addition, on Sunday, we had the palindrome of 2112. And here it is again, 21. And when we hit the third quarter moon this Thursday, The 12 of water. Can't make it up. Right there, right there. So I'm going to have to check in with Sari, and I think maybe even Liz has the cards as well. So you guys all got your head, your bets here, and check out your intuition on what these things mean. And I did do as promised since last time, since they're so hard to look up. It's super tiny, marked the pages, but I didn't peek. So the first one, the river on its side, is a 34. And I'm going to have to get my upsy closies here, so pardon me. Thank you guys again so much for being here. That really means a lot to me. Thank you again. You can only resist the river for so long, going with the flow. Eventually, it will pull you toward change. So you may as well get in with style and grace. So, the stream, the flow, the current, there is a reason so many rituals of change and rebirth take place in the river. It is forgiveness embodied in physical form. Well, we just came off of the full moon, which is all about forgiveness and gratitude. Without asking anything in return, the river washes away what is no longer necessary, smoothing over sharp edges and accepting all our mistakes and grievances. Once we step in, we are no longer in control. The river carries us farther down the stream of transformation than we plan to go. Its waters have a special gift for reflecting back to us new and dreamlike vision. We're co creating with spirit. And what are the blueprints are we creating? What blueprints are we creating now with our own thoughts to become things? Okay. It's waters. We said that. Okay. Our tears, once our tears have passed, we see ourselves as we haven't before, with a little more lightness, grace, and fluidity. Keep in mind, the you that stands within the river is the real you, full of deep emotion and potential. Nothing to hide, nothing to judge. May you drink in the sight of your true self. So it's saying here, nothing to hide, nothing to judge, and we're getting crossed here by judgment. How are we judging ourselves harshly? How are we saying what we did or didn't do was wrong or right? Remember that this and that are true. It's not an opposition. There's not black or white. There's black and white, and there's all the shades, the beautiful shades of the rainbow, if you will, in between. So I'm getting that this is asking us because the river wants to flow this way. This wants to move towards this luminescence energy. The new moon in Scorpio is about working through your fears. Now, if any of you are Capricorns, put it in the comments. A Capricorn North Node here on this end, that's an energy that is opposite of Cancer. It's sister energy, so they both help each other out. And for Capricorns, the new moon this next Thursday in Scorpio is going to be your hyper wishing moon. Okay. So, whenever there's a new moon, go 2 signs after that. And that's your super wish. Okay. So, wish big, work through your fears. What's kind of something that you've been trying to work on? Or perhaps if you've even avoided, this is the time now because you're going to have some extra help doing that and getting through that. On the river here, there's the symbol of Cancer. And when it is light, it's on its side. So she only gives reversals and or shadow and light. In light, it's acceptance, grace, reflection, forgiveness. And in dark, it's the torment of emotions, flooding and overwhelm. So, are we judging ourselves too harshly for something we did or did not do, a choice, a decision we did or did not make? And remember, guys, there is only learning. Okay, only learning, no mistakes. Let's look at this crossing judge energy. It's a 14. We do have the 7 and 7 here, which is a 14. So we're seeing the synchronicities here. Now, when light, this is discernment, advocacy, right action, and compassion. It was upright. To go deeper, Osiris and the white father of Ma'at. Wow, the white feather, excuse me, of Ma'at. And let's see, the judge's energy is contagious. When we feel judged, walls go up all around. Similarly, when we feel accepted, the entire world softens. The judge is about the critic, the diplomat, the advocate. Diplomacy is the King of Cups thing, and that's the represents the fixed energy of Scorpio. Just as a by the by, the judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and other. Ironically, the judge's energy can be the seed of racism, bigotry, and fear mongering. Boy, we're seeing a lot of that, right? People making, anytime we make a decision out of fear, that is not a decision that's for our best and highest good. The judge's energy can be the seed. We just saw that. When this same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, and forgiving again and again. So we see this forgiving energy here reflected in the top card and the card on the bottom, the yin and the yang energy of both. Love is the deciding factor. King of Cups. Awakening this archetype, and they have this in red writing here. Whoa, it must be important. Uh, Awakening this archetype is essential for the complex times we are in. Get your judge in order. The world needs it. And it has a little scale there, Libra energy, like I said. And also this not black or white with that dolphin energy, not this or that. It's this and that. And I left my Farsi Oasis somewhere in the house and I cannot freaking find them. Big shocker for Angeville. I am better today. I'm still feeling a little bit oogie. But my sister surprised me today, and she knows I'm best with impromptu. So she called and said, "Hey, I'm down the street. I had errands to run. Do you want to go and take a walk?" So we talked. We took Lola for a spin, and it was an absolutely gorgeous day. So that lifted my spirits a lot. I know, Peg, that was nuts. I still want to look that up for you. Let me scroll down here. Thank you, Jennifer. It's so sweet. I am feeling a little bit better. I'm still not sleeping right, but I think it's hormones. So we gonna get that taken care of real soon. I love that you guys all say hi to each other. Thank you so much for doing that. Just such a wonderful way to create community. Oh, there was okay, the Anne Murray was on Family Guy. Funny enough, I just was talking about my sister. That is literally her favorite show, Family Guy. She can do an awesome Peter impression. It's hilarious. So that's actually pretty funny. And it's your brother's 65th today. I'll tell him I said happy birthday. The first of Scorpio season coming out the gate hot. Wow. Happy birthday to him. So we see rainbows, you seeing the yellow, good. The reflection on the water, our self-reflection, very nice. Taking action even too, because in the energy oracle deck, it has the black horse and the white horse, with the white horse hauling ass and the black horse kind of just meandering, taking his time. So in that possibly very well could be. We're co-creating this reading here as you guys are sharing your interpretations of the energy. And it was moving, like I said, and towards that right side direction, towards future energy. And then it's like this rainbow is connecting to this rainbow. And see that there's two hands. And this photo, there's also a reflection on the water. I feel like we're crossing over in our energy. We are going with the flow instead of trying to paddle against it. But again, a lot of dualistic, this energy of mirror reflections within these cards. Two of Pentacles, and again, that action energy of the energy oracle. Okay, so this bridge is all about, I believe, if I remember correctly, that's a 38, which is an 11, like transcendence. It was the bridge over troubled waters reference here that she made. So let me get back my upsies closies for you. And this is about, oh, I like this analogy. Imagine building a bridge, then imagine building a wall. Which energy is needed for the situation at hand? Which image softens and heals the heart? And this is all about the connection, the link, the gate, co-creating with spirit. We have to have this forgiveness energy to raise our vibration. And this soul star chakra, also a lot of going in a diagonal here with those rainbow of colors and both of these cards merging with the divine. That's wild. That is crossed by the ocean that was in reverse. So let me remind us here of what this was: acceptance, magic, and most importantly, throat chakra much. Energy goes where attention flows. Is our ass is writing checks our mouth can't cash, or the other way around? Communication. All righty. And light, acceptance, magic, communication. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. When we cross a bridge into an unknown land, we're magically led into a new reality. We open up to otherness. Healing and communication are made possible. We enter a state of curiosity, wonder, and learning. The shaman, for example, crosses the bridge between the everyday world and the sacred. So when I sent this spread of our lunar cycle here, the down ride, our Empress energy, um, they had some great suggestions. I was seeing the numbers, the synchronistic numbers, and Marcia had a really, really cool connection, something that was predicted in 2009 regarding this ancient future card. There is a yin and a yang on this energy as well. Maybe I'll see if she can come in and collab with me for the Thursday reading on the spiritual view. That would be fun, especially since we're hitting that third quarter moon this Thursday. That might be interesting. And it's kind of neat too, because we have this rainbow pinging, and it's in at least one card as we go down through the energy. Okay, so I do feel like we're crossing that bridge. Lots of high priestess energy going on there. And then lastly, we have the ocean, which is a 35 card. So we have our first card of the 34, and then our last card of the 30, the 35. 34 and 35. Pretty cool. Okay, not sure why I was seeing a gobstopper in that. Thank you. I'm so glad to be feeling a little bit better too. I don't know. Where is Rebecca? Somebody call her. Well, the ocean when light is deeper than deep. Scorpio energy, mystery, depth, big dreams, discovery. Now, this is bookend, or not bookending, is on the bottom of the deck for our bridge. So the crossing energy. Shakespeare's The Tempest is her suggestion to go deeper, and The Raft of Medusa as well. And I do believe Algol is getting ready to conjoin again with Uranus, which is that, Medusa off with her head kind of energy. People lose their heads. And the ocean can be very tumultuous, right? So here we go. The ocean displays every emotion without shame. To witness its glassy moonlit surface and its unforging storms is to know the full spectrum of the human experience. Boy, ain't that the truth. So this is the unconscious, the depths, the incomprehensible. Okay. So that's Scorpio energy all over that. All over that. In the Guardians of the Night tarot, the Scorpio energy is represented by King of Cups. It's the orca whale diving. The Queen of Cups is the orca whale that dives down to the depths. And then think of how the bottom of the water gets stirred up and then you can't see. It's unconscious, it's murky, it's unclear. But then the King of Cups raises up through all that murkiness so that he can be diplomatic and see the truth and be a fair and generous ruler. Also, very, very very, very conscious, excuse me. So I do feel like there's a lot more energies waking up, which is going to be a big bang of it coming up with Pisces in the North Node in January. And the crown chakra here, the unlimited self, that is about your own intuition coming on full blast to us. So let me finish this up here. The power of the ocean is unmatched. To step into its salty waters is to step into the unknown. By its sheer volume, the ocean represents the unconscious, all that is beyond our understanding. We cannot live within the ocean. We cannot claim it, manage it, or own it. It rejects our every attempt to dominate nature. Yet amid its overwhelming power, it calls to us, inspires us, and invigorates our life on land. It dissolves the quotes little us into the quotes big us. When the energy of the ocean is present, there is change stirring that is beyond any change we've known before. The ego must dissolve. The saline swells work on your very cells, your fibers, your deepest underlying beliefs. Like Aphrodite, we rise from the ocean's froth a new being. Life is change. Let the wave crash. And this is the matching number of the card here coming up. So I feel like today we're pulling on the start of this energy, and then we're pulling up the tail end of this energy, crossing this bridge of the 3D into the 5D. The high priestess is the human that can connect both of those worlds with this bridge energy. So that is pretty incredible, you guys, pretty incredible. Okay, I wanted to see if you guys had, yep, the ocean there. I wanted to see if you had any other, yep, to rise. And it's like that all boats rise when we rise together, right? The water comes to meet everyone and it lifts all boats, not just the top down, so that very few get the most and hoard it to themselves. That is such negative energy. This is broadening the spectrum and more evenly distributing that energy and that wealth. And there are two dragonflies in this card, and this card was crossed by this freedom energy of the dragonfly. That's soulmate energy. We had the harmonic flight come up again. So, and this is also reminding me of of Nine of Cups in my Tarot of the Night. She's up to her waist in four-leaf clovers and water, like all in her feels. And that's reminding me that of there, and see how this telepathy energy, she's in control of it now. She's mastering her thoughts because she understands how quickly they become things, and she understands the power that she wields. Indeed. All right, guys, let's get this bigger party started here. Don't know why I just grabbed that deck. Must be something we need to hear here. Right. If that's the way we see it, then that's what we're going to get. Right. So again, the with my notes connected today, just have a click on that so you can pull it up on your phone and just take a screenshot. Like I said, these will be playing out. We've seen, I think, the last 3 or 4 cycles. The ladies have indulged me and let me pull these Beyond Lemuria cards on our show, because I refer back to them and they come up in their readings as well. I mean, there's a lot of synchronicities here, but what I'm encouraging you to do is kind of write your own notes. What is the very first card that your eye goes to? And why do you think that is? What is the number on it? What colors are you seeing first? What are you noticing? Thank you, volunteers. That is how we develop our intuition. And for me, today's message with our master architect, what blueprints are we creating with our thoughts? Because our thoughts become things and our words become things. So, what blueprints you make, and including our opinions, right, on any given issue, um, happens very quickly. So, that creates, it's just physics, right? You attract what you are. So again, that's why I've been feeling this really big call, to, as a reminder for us to get out of the stinking thinking, because then we're just going to continue to pull that energy in when we have so much available here, that is of a light vibration. And look at that, the psyche. So this is all about healing our psyche, but our thoughts become things. This is the environmental energy on the bottom of the deck, and it's a 10. I mentioned that we pulled a couple Wheel of Fortunes on Monday, and that's what this feels like. That's what shifts energy in our favor. There is a blue butterfly, holy shiitake mushrooms, right in the center of that card. There's a couple, and we got that with our throat chakra energy. Express your truth. And if that truth is, I don't like or I hate XYZ, um, we all do it. It's habitual. So what you'll want to do is go, I deserve things I love. So then you'll oppose that energy immediately to try to cancel it out, because negative words, negative or shadow or darker energy feeds itself. So it's like having an exponent. That one negative thing we say or think, or like, I don't want blank, expands a lot quicker than if we were to build step by step on that positivity and light. Those are sturdy steps and they're stable. But then if you have constantly have this one thing that then expands, it's kind of like eating up all the work, all the energetic work you've done, right? So we want to just start catching ourselves. It's just a habit, I promise you. And it takes a little bit of time. Underneath that is the 3, Empress energy. And she is has a spider there in the middle of her hands. This is about creation, what we create, the blueprint, what blueprints we're creating with our thoughts and our words, then get built upon on that staircase. And how quickly we move up the staircase to ascension is completely up to you. That's why I don't do timing things other than the moon cycle and the energy, because I can tell people all day long, your knight in shining armor is coming next Tuesday, which I would never do, because you can only receive that which you are a vibrational match for. It's just the law of attraction. It's simple physics. So try to keep that in mind, and how we cannot obsess about things that we don't like or things that have hurt us. We've all done it. We just have to learn in that moment to stop ourselves and go, but I deserve to have things I love. And what I love is that my body is movable, that my knees are still decent. I'm still flexible. I'm still teaching yoga 26 years later. You go and then you have to counteract that energy. Okay. Now, here with the wow. Okay. Holy cow. Underneath that, there's that keeper of silence. Speaking of Rebecca, I didn't even get to read that card, the ram energy of Aries. So 3 is about the Spider Woman calling to you what it is that you want to create. She's sitting in the woods, and all the hunters out there have been hunting big game the whole entire day. And they're like, "Well, what are you doing?" And she's like, I call the game to me. She didn't have to budge. She didn't have to move a muscle. She didn't have to walk all day and get dirty in the forest. It came to her. Okay. Wow. Now, the first card out is the Goddess of Grace. And look what she's holding. Look what she's holding. Venus energy. And she's holding a sword of truth. Throat chakra, express your truth. Communication, co creation, that is telepathy. Our thoughts become things. Merging with the divine, once we raise our vibrational frequency and we're catching ourselves getting into that shadowy mindset, and we start counteracting that, we heal it. And there's that big lotus flower right at the bottom that is healing our own personal truths. Okay, this and that are true. Crossed by Psyche here, the 10, the Wheel of Fortune energy, also very high priestessy. I just made that word up, so we're sticking with it. Now, underneath the Goddess of Grace, give yourself some grace. Over here, I was saying it felt like that there was things we needed to forgive ourselves for, the chances we didn't take or the chance we did take, and we knew better because our intuition was going, no, girl, go the other way. Right, and we do it anyway. It's the human experience. We do not get out of this world unscathed, point blank period. There is not a single person that is not here with lessons to learn. Not a, that's the whole point of being human and incarnating as a human. So, we forget as souls how long this life can actually be, and how hard human relationships are, and what pain feels like, because our soul, the collective consciousness, we are all one. That's the secret to everything. There is no separation. There is no othering. We are all souls, period. Goddess of grace, you got to give yourself some grace. And just because we manifested in things that we did not want before does not mean that we cannot change our truth, because whatever we are laying the blueprints for is the cash that gets checked, or right, is the check that gets cashed. Now, I mentioned the 39 energy that Marsha was talking about. And I can't wait to tell her that there's her 39 energy. And like I said, maybe I'll see if she can do a collab this week. This is called the Companion. That's a 12 energy with our 12 water and our 39 ancient future, this yin yang. There's also a frequency between the yin and yang, these two beautiful fancy goldfish, pearls of wisdom, telepathy, right? They're communicating without speaking. Companion energy is 39 is also the hangman, spiritual enlightenment. When we know better, we do better. Okay, this is you co-creating in that awesome pot, co-creating with the universe. And she's got her Egyptian style, Middle Eastern or belly dance type garb on. It's gorgeous. speaking your truth so that we can merge with the divine. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Just wow. Okay. And that's tying into where I was having you guys co create with me with those four archetypal cards. So let's get more into what are we creating here for thoughts become things. What are we creating as we start going with the flow of acceptance and forgiveness and gratitude rather than an energy of this and that, going and diving deep into the depths of your own ocean. Okay. I'm going to use my water deck since we got a moon in Cancer today. And that's my jam because I've got a stellium in Cancer. Catching some live stream. Yay, you are! Finally, finally. Finally, lots of Pisces energy here in this whole next spread, moving into the new moon in Scorpio. Lots of water, and of course, we still have Cancer. Mars is in Cancer energy. I call it "Mommy Dearest" energy because it's a sign of the mother. So, where are we flowing to? There's our card, Brandy. So here's the weeping willow. This is my whiskey lullaby card. When people around us are acting in a way that does not feel good to us energetically, we have a choice. We can either react. We can also jump into that energy. We can counterattack, right? Um, just because in that song, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that song or not. Let me know, please. I mean, it's a sad freaking song. Alison Krauss and Brad Paisley, I believe. Whiskey Lullaby. Look, write it down. Look it up. There might be a message in there for you. I mean, it's extremely sad. Basically, he never took his shot and had a shot, and then she couldn't deal with it anymore because of the alcoholism, and then she was so overwrought with guilt, and she ended up going the same way. And we don't have to do that. This is spirit is here on offer, offering you all of this bounty. And all we got to do is lift our heads from that shadow. It's dark in there when we're bowing our head and our knees. Just got to lift our head from that shadow aspect and understand that only we have the power to counteract what it is that we don't like. Catching ourselves in the moment instead of a lack mindset. Five of Pentacles, traditional interpretation, lack mindset. I not seeing the help that's available. Usually it's a church with a little, what's the dude? May I have some more? Little Oliver Twist energy with his little cane and the Rider Waite, the Smith Waite deck. This is all about, it's right in front of us. There is help on offer, but you got to do your part. We and the collective we have to do our part in order to merge with the divine. We've got to understand how to co-create. And if what you're creating on your blueprint isn't something that you want your ass to cash, then don't say it. And if we accidentally do put it out into the universe, it just takes time and effort to reverse the energy. Okay. You can go up, catch yourself in the moment. I deserve to have positive communication with myself, and my emotions will not control me. I will respond when I'm calmer. I'm not going to react because that's what they want, especially if they want it. You don't want to give them that, right? So this is about our mindset here. Do we want to have a lack mentality? Help is there, but you can't see it if we've got our head buried about it. Got our head buried about it, like at the bottom of the sea. Bottom of the sea of our emotions. I love the song too. It breaks my heart. I can't even remember what year that was from. I don't know, 90s. I don't know, you guys. All the decades seem the same to me. I couldn't tell you. All right, so that is our theme energy here. What are you creating? We've got a sword of truth. We've got healing energy. We've got Psyche with her crystal ball and this throat chakra communication. We've got the companion of the 39, um, throwing your words into the pot. What kind of meal you going to make? And then we have this Spider Woman energy of creativity and creation, pulling the energy of what she wants to her rather than overexerting herself. Also at the bottom of the ocean, we are healing the way we speak to ourselves. We are healing the way we respond. And by responding, that is a sign of healing and emotional depth and maturity because we have recognized our triggers. And it's like, gee, it, you ain't going to get me again. And then the more we start to practice with the words that we say, our own thoughts, swords are thoughts and words. Literally what I wrote about this morning at like 7:30, 8 o'clock a.m. Right there. So that's you. That's you looking at the truth of how you are manifesting and how you are creating your reality. The down slope of our coaster that we're on now, this divine feminine energy of yin, is we're getting what we're getting and we don't throw a fitting because on the emperor energy on the way up the track, we're experiencing the tracks that we built over the last 2 weeks. Okay. The situation is a page of wands, something you want to throw caution to the wind and have a new start about. I feel like you already know this is today. If I'm describing you, and the only reason I can describe that energy is because I was there. I can't teach about things that I haven't experienced, and I would never, say advice to anyone, advice that I wouldn't take myself. That I had to learn this over years the hard way, and I didn't really, not that I didn't believe it, I just didn't realize what I was doing. When we know the truth, and the truth is that we are creating our own realities every single day with every single thought and every single word. And you're going, you know what? I start again right now. I start again right now because I am a creative being. It's what you're putting in the cauldron. And she's a grown asterix woman. And this is like, I can still learn. I am, whatever age we are, this starts right this second because you wouldn't be here otherwise. And none of us is perfect at it. I'm not perfect at it, but I have learned to catch myself and then go, up, up, nope, erase that spirit, erase that universe. I mean, this is what I want and this is what I appreciate. And we show and have gratitude for that. Oh, wow. Really collective. Okay. So our page energy here, all waters, all the water signs, this page of cups, the situation is page of wands. And when we do that, when we start being more careful with our passion, because passion, sexy time passion, is also the same frequency of energy as passion and anger. Our words getting away from that from us, right? And now we have this fire and water mix, which fire and water create steam. This page is supposed to be learning his spiritual lessons, and he's just getting distracted because he's not perfect at it yet. We're not perfect at it, but we can correct ourselves in the moment when we look at this new way through the eyes of a beginner, the eyes of a learner, the eyes of a child. I was really building my life and my reality with my thoughts. And when I've been in some pretty dark places, and when you're in a dark place and you create in that dark place, that's the ride that we get. And that's point blank, period. But we're all waking up to the fact that, oh, I am in control of this. Recent, do you guys see this business? Yes. This is like Ace of Wands, Magician energy, Magician, Ace of Wands. Are you seeing the synchronicities here, guys? This is all four aces of potential. When we see this truth and when we understand this, most of us you're already here because this is past energy of co-creating your own truth and creating from a place of what is it that I really want. And this is something that makes you happy, like a child getting something that they want the first time. Think of that happiness and that energy at when they receive that shiny new fill in the blank. Okay, this is also can be a creative pursuit of some kind. Heart of the reading, Scorpio energy much. Happy Scorpio season, everyone. We talked about the Merkaba is the soul chariot. The King of Cups is in alignment with heart and head. Therefore, he can drive the chariot with no reins because it's his soul driving the chariot when we express our truth. That's pretty incredible. There's fish swimming all around him. So, of course, the court cards, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, the kings or the fixed energies would be specific to Scorpio. In my post today, I reminded us all that you should be listening to Scorpio readings the entire month, all of us. I don't care where your placements are, because every human on the earth will be affected by Scorpio energy. That's just how it works because that's where the focus of the sun is shining on Scorpio energy. So it affects us all. Okay. And we can't get distracted. We need to get a move on. We saw this energy moving toward the future, this spiritual journey, this energy. And North Node in Pisces, there's going to be a lot more divine masculine energies waking up to this fact as well. Pisces are the OG. They're the OG energy. They've already had the lessons of Aries through to Aquarius, and now they're in their Pisces energy. That's depth. That's 12th house. That's the soul's journey. That's the house of our undoing, meaning we're looking at how we've done it wrong in the past. We're undoing ourselves. We're seeing our patterns. It can also be the house of addictions. It's definitely the house of past life karma. Okay. All right. Let's go here. What's in the near future here with this Page of Cups? Okay. I just said we're just learning. Okay. If the opportunity is to understand how the spiritual stuff works, right? For example, we're not always going to get it right. We're going to be confused. We're going to say positive things and shadowy things. And then we're like, whoop, I forgot that. That's right. Because I forgot that day to have gratitude. I forgot to try to reverse the energy with my thoughts and my words. There's an eel coming up out of this one cup that I'm looking at specifically. That's where my eye went first. On Monday on the spiritual view, we saw the snakes coming out in the guardian of the gate because Ace of Swords also there was pulled for Peggy. And whenever we pull for specific people, guys, I'm pulling for my co-hosts. I'm pulling for everybody that's in there with that reading because we're all in that same fishbowl. Seven of Cups is emotional fragments. It's being fragmented. I don't know which is the good cup and the bad cup. Well, when we increase our intuition, you will know, but we're just relearning how all of this works. Okay, we're relearning how to co-create with spirit. Blocks up to her waist in water much. Tempering the energy. The conch shell there that's up in our top hand is again communication. It's all over the place today. And then this is her shell of the past, the nautilus energy, which is past life energy, past life karma. We're just talking about that. Temperance is hard work, it's finding the puzzle pieces of our own psyche. In order to find peace. Peace. All right. So this energy is on the table. So that means it's available to be uprighted. This is not doing the alchemy of lead into gold. This is literally what I was talking about, bookending the Ace of Swords. If our thoughts and our words are not kind to ourselves or others, or we're using our thoughts and words to focus on what it is we don't want, we get what we get and don't throw a fit because we haven't tempered that energy. We haven't taken that lesson and turned it into knowledge. There's no mistakes. It's only learning. Have compassion for yourself. Give yourself some grace. Okay. We're all learning. Look at this major arcana. Damn. And what does spirit want us to know? The moon. We just had the full moon. And Aries, a fiery climax approaches. That's the Aries full moon, and it was a super moon. It was extra, extra bright. It's closer to the earth. This moon card energy is beautiful. Cancerian energy again. Today's moon, there are musical notes coming out of her mouth. She's speaking, she's singing. And the ocean carries those words. She's singing about healing here. So this is about healing the connect collective, and the whole focus is diplomacy of, am I following my head and heart? Are they in alignment so that I can get in that Merkaba and allow my soul chariot to drive me the right direction so I don't question? There is no emotional fragmentation when you're in the King of Cups energy. Okay. Near future outcome energy, graduating from a page to a knight. This is the night he's looking into his scrying bowl. Okay. And he's learning how to do his spiritual work. He's learning how to receive messages. He's learning how to discern what's a snake from an octopus of opportunity and cleverness and creation. And we have the page, the king, and the knight all in within these 9 cards here, 10 plus the 5 of pentacles, our theme. We are not seeing what is being lit up from the flow up and available to us. And the heart of the reading is about graduating here into this King of Cups. Okay. Let's look at the bottom of the deck, and then, oh, yep. And then I'll let y'all get the skedaddle out of here. We have Ace of Pentacles, the treasure. This is a tangible result of you understanding how to manifest from your heart's truth. Therein lies the pearls of the wisdom of this 39 card, our ancient future pearls right in the middle. I cannot wait to tell Marcia. Okay, let's see. Ace of Pentacles, 5 of Wands. And this is a light aspect in this deck because they're acting as a team. You're co-creating with spirit. The energy is here, and I said earlier, you got to do your part in catching ourselves and those thoughts that are not kind to ourselves or others, because then we understand we get more of it. And opportunity here is to walk away from doing that. Full moon energy. We're walking away from those feelings, those things that did not make us feel good, because we know we have to leave old patterns behind in order to create a vacuum for the universe to fill, to bring us our wish fulfillment of 9 cups. You got to walk away from what didn't work. manifesting in the past whatever we created, our own reality. We break our own heart. Three of Swords. Past energy of this Ace of Pentacles. This is where the treasure is. Where was that heartbreak? How did we not act? Or how did we act when our intuition told us we shouldn't have? We got clobbered. There's nothing to be done about that except understand the nuggies. We did it all for the nuggies. We did it all for those little nuggets of learning, tangible results, time, energy, money, resources, assets, knowledge, wealth. And here's some more fire energy. Knight of Wands. When we are in alignment to co-create with spirit, this is moving fast. Is super fast and passionate energy. Water and fire make steam. There you go. Six of Swords. That literally is near future co-creating with spirit. He's taking those six swords and continues to reconfigure them in a way that will help him get to where he wants to go. This is how you practice your soul chariot. This is how you practice your Merkaba energy, understanding that your thoughts and words become things. And the block in this yang energy here, this is our divine feminine within our own selves and our divine masculine without in our own selves as well. The block was when the energy is not balanced, when we are not co-creating evenly. We are having more negative thoughts than positive. Then we create the reality that we did not want or did not want to be continuing. And we miss out on the nuggie that, well, let's be more grateful for what we do want. What does Spirit want you to know here in the Yang energy? Three of Pentacles, and you're off. And you're off. That's a trine energy. There's that triangle of body, mind, and soul. It's like we're just needing reminding of that lesson, of that energetic lesson, and their outcome energy, physically putting down the burdens that you've been carrying this whole time. That 10 of Wands resets then when we're walking toward our wish fulfillment, because we're asking for what we do want, not what we don't. That resets to an Ace of Wands. That volcano lit up from the flow up. That's the situation. There's a lot and you find way more than you thought you were going to encounter. He was just going for a dive and he's like, oh shit, there's mer people? Really? That really exists? You get way more than you ever thought was possible. And again, take a screenshot of my notes today because this is for a lot of people. This is a gorgeous reading, and this is big news. This is big news to the positive here. And these middle energies, the heart of the reading, King of Cups, makes your manifestation happen faster. That's how physics work, guys. It's how it works. Let's get you an advice card and get you out of here. Thank you guys again so much for being here tonight. I am just tickled and thrilled beyond measure that anybody cares to learn anything new these days. Like for me, if I'm not learning something new every single day, then for me, that's not a good day. I can't think of a day I'm not learning something new every single day. I just was learning about that 39 energy that Marcia was talking about. And she sent a video, and I'm going to go learn more about it tonight. It was predicted in 2009. Okay. There's our Wheel of Fortune. What changes things in our favor? There we go right there. Look at her intuition coming online. Compassion. It's a 10 card. And we had the card of Psyche, the mirror, the crystal ball, and the environmental energy. And then the magician energy of the one, that's the third reference to magician. And look at it's awaken the one energy. You don't get repeating messages like this with multiple decks every day. Especially not one where you're writing scribblings about, I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. So, golden crown, I mean, it's all there. These are all about awakening, enlightenment, and it comes with compassion for ourselves, giving yourself some damn grace, you guys. Look at that rainbow energy coming back through again as well. There's the fire. Here's the tangible physical pearls of wisdoms as a result. And then our passion opens up online. You've already done all this hard work. It's time to set that down so that you can make it easier on yourself to get what it is that you've always wanted. All right, guys, my dinner should be here in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Around the corner. They always get lost coming here anyway. But thank you guys so much. TBH is to be honest. Yeah, did it all for the nookie. What did I say? The I already forgot. All for the you know what I mean. The morsels, the breadcrumbs, the popcorn trails that the little more the tender victuals of our learnings. Thank you guys so much to yeah, we just have to do it. We've got if we want things to change, we have to change. And I prefer the word growth because we're just learning how to pull things to us rather than exhausting ourselves trying to physically make it happen in the 3D when the whole time we could be making our jobs a lot easier if we just learn how to talk to spirit so that we can hear our intuition. Pretty beautiful, I'd say. Okay, guys. Well, I hope you have a wonderful evening. Again, thank you so much for being here. Again, happy birthday to Scorpio season. It's gonna be a special one every time Scorpio season hits. My intuition on fleek, and I mean, this reading, I can't even. So that's what you get with the Scorpio moon. If y'all have one, you know what I mean. But have a wonderful rest of your night too, guys. Thank you. You're so wonderful. Yes, please do book a reading. I would love to read for all of you. I would. I'd like make a mad hatter's effort to get every single one of you in. So I will look forward to that. Description box below if you do want to book a personal reading or have a birth chart created by me that's synthesized and color coded so that you can understand your own energy, your own map's energy, your spiritual blueprint this lifetime, if you will. Information is there below. And thank you again for your love, time, and energy, for liking the video and especially sharing. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon. Much love.